What is going on, everybody? I hope you are all doing well, and I want to welcome you to my fourth video. For today's video topic, I want to mention and discuss 3 ways to help you calm yourself down and reach a level of ease in any frustrating moment. As frustrating as frustration can be, no pun intended, unfortunately, it is a common human emotion. And depending on circumstances and our moods, that frustration might be minimal, where we feel like we can easily snip it and nip it in the butt, or it might seem almost insurmountable and like we can't get a grasp on it to lower it down. But no matter how big or small that frustration level might be, there are ways to help you lower that blood pressure and get back to a level of ease. With the first way that I'm going to mention is to practice progressive muscle relaxation. I'm in occupational therapy school, and this is something that we have learned and talked about. And as somebody who's done it myself and who has heard great things about it, it really works. For those of you who don't know, progressive muscle relaxation is when you tense up and contract a certain muscle group for a few seconds and then slowly relax and ease up that tensed muscle group, and then move on to a different muscle group and repeat the process. And also, when you practice this, don't tense up your whole body like this. Pick one muscle group at a time. I'll give you a quick example of how to do it. So let's just say that you pick the forearm extensor muscle groups, which is right here. So you tense it up for a few seconds, and then you slowly release and relax it. And then you move on to a different muscle group and repeat as many times as you need. The second way that I'm going to mention is to practice guided imagery. Guided imagery is when you close your eyes and you think of something that makes you happy. With this, you inhale through your nose for a few seconds, and then you hold your breath for a few seconds, but while you hold your breath, you think of something that makes you happy. And then you exhale through your mouth for a few seconds, and then hold your exhaled breath for a few seconds, and then repeat the process as many times as you need to. Just like that. The third and final way that I'm going to mention and discuss today is to think about the consequences that might arise if you act on your frustration. It can seem so easy and so quick at times to just act on our frustration in the heat of the moment like a spitfire. However, it is also so important to think about what you might have to deal with if you act on your frustration. When you feel yourself getting angry and like you're about to burst and like your negative emotions are about to get the worst of you, try your best for a split second to think about what results might come out of you expelling that anger. And a lot of times when we choose to act on our anger instead of trying to calm ourselves down, there's negative consequences. Another thing to remember too is those emotions of frustration and anger are short-lived, but consequences aren't as short-lived. If you learn to harness your frustration and calm yourself down in the heat of the moment, you are saving yourself from potentially terrible consequences. When you choose to do that, consequences are coming this way and you go, oh, you missed me there. You can't touch this. So remember those 3 ways to calm yourself down. It could do wonders for you. Thank you for tuning in to this video and stay tuned for my next one.